Good evening. We do not have a member of the Minister Alliance with us this evening, so please stand for a moment of silence. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I call the May 4th, 2026 Board of Aldermen meeting to order. Deputy City Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Sam Pope.
Here.
Shane Shawbaker.
Here.
Rachel Kilmer. Here. Bart Easter.
Here.
Here. Kelly Netto. Here. And Mayor Dana Webb.
Here, thank you. The next item on the agenda is new business deletions or continuances to the agenda. The first item we have is public comments. Deputy City Clerk, do we have any? Thank you. The next item on the agenda is a consent agenda. These items are considered on the consent agenda so that members of the Board of Aldermen, by unanimous consent, can designate routine items to be approved by one motion. Tonight, we have approval of the April 20th, 2026 Board of Aldermen meeting minutes and expenditures through April 29th, 2026.
Make a motion, we approve the consent agenda.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is unfinished business. There's no unfinished business tonight, so we will move on to new business. Our first item of new business is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a proposed application for site plan and design review for expansion of attic storage. Justin?
Yes, thank you. So if you just refer to the memo in your packets, Strickland Construction Company, which is the owner of attic storage here in Oak Grove, submitted a revised site plan design application to construct additional storage units on the property. The site, Zone C3 currently, and contains 11 buildings totaling 59,900 square feet. This project represents the fifth phase of development and includes the addition of another 8,300 square foot building. The proposed expansion increases the total number of storage buildings from 11 to 12, which is requiring the approval of the revised site plan. Site consists of approximately 5 acres. Again, Zone C3 residential mini storage facilities require a CUP within that district. In 2019, the owner obtained approval for a conditional use permit to construct an additional building not to exceed 13,050 square feet, which also in the last P&Z meeting, I kind of got my wires crossed, and there was a question about the storage for RVs, and that was also included in that 2019 CUP. So proposed addition of 8,300 square feet remains consistent with prior approval. Part of the CUP approval, minor site improvements were required, including modifications to the stormwater detention system that was approved in 2015. These required modifications have been incorporated into the current proposed stormwater management plan. Revised site plan includes the required off-street parking in accordance with the new city code that was recently adopted. Because the overall revisions affect less than 25% of the site, the project is not required to bring the entire property into compliance with the current development standards. Upon review of the application and supporting plans, city staff finds that the proposed site plan meets the general requirements of the UDC and the 2019 CUP. Therefore, city staff does recommend approval of the revised site plan and design. And as I noticed, or as I noted before, the Planning and Zoning Commission reviewed the site plan and design at its April 21st meeting and issued that recommendation for approval, so. And I'm not sure we have, are you with? I'm with Strickland. Okay, so we have a rep from Strickland if there's any additional questions, so.
Thank you, Justin. Pam, would you like to give any type of report from the liaison, Planning and Zoning Commission?
I think Justin covered it since this was already approved this in 2019 and is just now moving forward. And what he said about it being less than 25% of the site plan that doesn't need to be brought up to any newer standards. So.
Very good, thank you. Does the board have any questions for staff or for the representative present?
Just for clarification, because I did have questions about RV storage, that is just for them parking it there for storage purposes, right?
Correct.
There's nothing, they'll never be emptying holding tanks or anything like that, correct?
No, we don't have that opportunity anywhere set up for that.
Thank you.
Annual storage only for RVs.
I guess, what's the timeline of this project?
Sir, would you please come to the microphone and state your name, just so it'll be on the recording? Thank you. Excuse me, Rachel.
Jason Butcher, I'm with Strickland Construction. I'm the construction estimator there. So we could start, I'd say in less than a month.
Okay.
We've got all of our estimates together and ready to go.
Nice.
We need people to go somewhere, so we're anxious.
You have a high demand for it, then it sounds
Yeah.
like. Yeah. Good.
Well, no, we have staff that needs a place to go
Oh,
to start working on projects. And we're doing it now because the demand is there for the
Got it.
extra space.
Great.
And how long does it usually take to build one of those, just out of curiosity?
This, because there's a little bit of shuffling around, I would say 9 months from the time we get there until we've just completely gotten all the grass blades to grow.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Any other questions for Jason?
Nope.
Thank you, sir.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
I make a motion to approve the revised site plan and design review from Attic Storage.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the revised site plan for attic storage. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a proposed application for site plan and design review for the expansion of First Baptist Church. Justin?
Yes, thank you again. So again, referring to the memo that's in your packet, Matt Beal, on behalf of the property owner, First Baptist Church, submitted a revised site plan and design application for an expansion of the church and accessory spaces located at 400 Southeast 14th Street. Property consists of approximately 3.3 acres, zoned R1. Existing development on the site includes a sanctuary, library, classrooms, a chapel, office space, and other church-related uses which are permitted uses within the R1 zoning district. Proposed expansion consists of additional classroom space and a flex space. The expansion is located on the east side of the existing structure between the current south classroom extension and the east entry foyer. The exterior, of the addition will feature a combination of a stone veneer foundation and a stucco finish. In total, the expansion will include 8 new classrooms, 5 that are designed for adult use and 3 for youth, as well as a flexible multi-use space and a new ADA entrance ramp. Again, because the proposed revisions impact less than 25% of the site, the project is not required to bring the entire property into compliance with the current development standards. Following review of the application and supporting materials, city staff does find that the proposed site plan complies with general requirements of the UDC. Accordingly, staff recommends approval of the revised site plan and design and further recommends forwarding the application to you, Board of Applications. Reading this word for word. So the Planning and Zoning Commission, again, on April 21st, they did issue a recommendation for approval of this as well. And we do have Matt Bill here tonight, if you have any further questions.
Thank you, Justin.
Yes.
Pam, once again, you have anything further to say?
I probably have a question or two for Matt but for the most part, no, I think we went over it. It's pretty spelled out in the package. Thank you, Matt, thank you for coming up. And go ahead, I'll let you.
I'm Matt Beal, representing FPC.
You guys are seeing some photos that we only saw on a telephone, so it's a little easier here to see this. Matt, in the photos that were given to us, is the new ADA ramp is on the north side of that?
Of the proposed addition, yes.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
just not in the photo.
Right.
And then isn't there an exterior door somewhere or not in this new addition?
It's in the basement. It comes out of the basement. It's a egress door only for emergency access with a panic bar on it.
Okay.
But it'll like be 2 or 3 steps up and out of the basement.
On which side of the building?
It's on the east side, tucked into the corner next to the south classrooms.
Okay.
It's right against the existing structure.
Okay.
There's about 4.5 feet left from the addition to the end of the existing structure, and it's gonna tuck in right there in that corner, so it'll kind of hide.
So I apologize, Dana,
No, you're
asked
fine.
about a report, and I just had to clarify a couple things there. I wanted to make
No.
sure that I understood.
That's good.
Other than that, thank you for adding the photos to that.
I have a couple questions more for Matt Randall. The material, does the material not have to be consistent with the rest of the structure? Is that not a requirement because the rest of it's grandfathered in, or
No, the stucco meets the required exterior building materials.
even though there's no other stucco on it, it's just, okay,
Correct. Yeah, it can be brick or stucco, combination thereof.
okay. And then I guess my second question is just more broadly speaking. I guess I didn't realize that churches were R1. Is that pretty typical of all municipalities around here? Because I don't know, this is a kind of another topic for another time, but like a church can bring a lot of traffic in, so I just didn't know that a church could pop up in any neighborhood, basically. Is that kind of standard across the board of most municipalities that churches are R1, or? Did I just open a can of worms I didn't know?
No,
Yeah.
good, it's a good question.
I don't know if it's standard that this is too short, that they're R1, but the law is that churches can go in any zone, just like
Really?
schools.
Interesting,
Yes.
okay.
Thank you. Do you have any others, Rachel?
No, that was it, that's interesting.
Stay there, Matt. Anyone else have questions for Mr. Beal?
Yeah, just for anybody who wasn't here for the conversation that we had across from the room, and just so it's on record, and constituents are going to ask the time capsule. It's safe. Everybody, we're going to be able to get to it.
100%, no,
All right.
absolutely. It's
And
one
the
of
bell.
big questions. That's one of the big questions that's come up, the bell and the time capsule,
Yeah.
and those are gonna be in our courtyard. So inside of the structure, it'll be in the courtyard, accessible to anybody at any time, so.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
people see,
those are
when people
priority
see
to
the-
stay and salvage, so those are gonna be very delicately removed and handled, and then we'll put those where they need to go, so they'll be there for,
When construction
many
goes
years
up,
to
I'm
go.
sure you'll get that question a lot.
Right.
Sure we will too.
yes. And
So
we have.
since the ramp is not showing on the drawing, does that affect anything? The ADA ramp?
It's in the technical drawings.
Okay.
The renderings provided really just to, I think, illustrate the stucco and brick.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
There was some confusion on my end in the planning and zoning meeting because I thought that it looked as if they were removing the existing ADA ramp. They're
Yeah,
not.
no.
They're
Correct.
adding a better one.
Just adding another,
Got it.
significantly better one, hopefully. Yeah.
Good.
I guess I have another aesthetic question. I'm just
No problem.
stuck on it. So are you guys like set on the stone material on the bottom, or is it possible to do brick across the bottom to make it look more consistent? Or is it, already been decided?
It has not been, we can do brick across the bottom. We're just
I mean,
trying
maybe I'm just,
to tie
It
the
just looks,
building.
it looks very different, just in the
Yeah.
pictures, it just,
Yeah.
like, they don't seem to go together.
You're,
But if we incorporate
agree.
brick,
okay, I was like, I don't want to be rude, but it is
Yeah.
like the heart of town, you know,
Yeah.
so it's, yeah.
Trying to tie it in a little bit more with the schools, right? Because they're all
Oh.
facing, and so they have that more of that combination with
Yeah.
the stucco and that. So we're just trying to tie that all in so it doesn't just look like it's just stuck out, red brick building by itself.
Yeah.
So we're just trying to blend it together, bring it all together, so.
Yeah.
That was the intention,
And cost.
and cost.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's a
Brick.
big difference between.
Yeah,
brick
brick's
and stone.
significantly more expensive.
And I know it's hard to match the exact brick.
We'll never match the same brick.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
It's-
So,
Because it's weathered and stuff like that. Plus, we're looking at a rendering. It's obviously going to be much brighter in these photos than it will be in real life whenever it gets actually built and
Yeah.
gets weathered and things like that, so.
yeah.
Right.
Again, just for clarification, the drawings show that the new ADA ramp will be covered? Is that
Yes.
the plan?
Yes.
Because I know they kind of left them out of the drawings.
Yeah, it's really weird to see it on those drawings, but it's technically there, it's hard to see it, but it's basically a 4-foot extension off the side of the new addition. It'll be just more of like a slant roof.
Right,
because
I mean, I can
ties
see it on
against it, So,
the technical drawings I'm
Right.
looking at right now.
yeah, correct. Yeah.
Well, I make a motion, we approve the design review for expansion for First Baptist Church.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the proposed application for site plan design review for First Baptist Church. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a contract between the City of Oak Grove and Heartland Traffic Services. CE?
Mayor and board members, you have before you a contract for consideration. It's for Heartland Traffic Services. Staff actually put out an RFP on March 26th for pavement marking. We've got a lot of that going on, especially 12th Street after it gets milled and overlaid. We did open the sealed bid. I'll say bid because we only got one on April 14th. It was for $37,329.32. Actually came in quite a bit under what Matt and I had kind of estimated it might be, so we were pretty happy with the bid. We have put in the contract that they have to get 24-hour approval before being able to come out and do any pavement marking, mostly because we don't want someone to show up and think that a street's been done or that we're not doing it, and all of a sudden we're milling it the next day and the stripes are on it. So there's gonna be a lot of coordination on that, and the notice to proceed will be according to how that pavement, asphalt is going. But we've talked to them. They seem very amenable to work with us on getting here when we need them. But yeah, the contract is for $37,329.32, and we ask for approval.
Thank you, CE. Board, any questions for CE?
What's the lifespan of this kind of markings?
The painting is typically only a year. Most places won't give you more than a year warranty on the painting. The thermo that we're putting down, we'd like to see a minimum of 5 years out of it. 7 would be better, but it just depends on how the traffic flow is on it and everything. But 12th Street, we'd like to see a good 5 years out of it, but again, we'll have to wait and see. It does have a 2-year warranty on it, so.
So I assume this is something we are, like, budget for every couple years to continue to upkeep the paint on all this, like, okay, yeah.
How would this work timing-wise with also the fixing of those roads that we've,
That's the coordination that we've discussed with Heartland is, you know, we're working on a schedule with Advanced as far as where they're gonna be and start. We do have 15th Street and 12th Street on the west side that both are already paved, so they could come in and do the painting on those. And then we'll just have them following behind Advanced as they complete a street. They'll come in and be right behind them.
okay.
12th Street by far will be the most coordination that'll be needed, so.
With the traffic, too?
Traffic, I mean, I'm hopeful that we have it all done and in place. I would like to do it as soon as summer school is over, but it might be while summer school's going on. But yeah, as soon as Advance gets that done, we've got to get it marked. It just leaves too much of a wide road out there for traffic if we don't. So
Thank you, CE.
Yeah, that's the only question I had.
Anyone else?
I make a motion to approve the contract between the City of Oak Grove and Heartland Traffic Services for the pavement marking project, 2026-03.
My second.
We have a motion and a second regarding the contract between the City of Oak Grove and Heartland Traffic Services. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding a special event permit application for All-Star Fireworks. Megan Stevens, owner for the fireworks tent located at 301 Southwest First Street. Matt?
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So the city's received a special event permit application from All-Star Fireworks to sell fireworks in a firework tent at 301 Southwest First Street. That is the TA Petro site. And they do have a lease from TA Petro to allow them to do that, and they're partnering with a nonprofit organization here in Oak Grove, which is the Athletic Booster Club.
Nice.
By our code, they have to be operated by a nonprofit, local nonprofit, operating within the city. They're doing that. Applications have to be submitted prior to May 1st. This application was received by the city prior to May 1st. The firework permit has to get approved by the Board of Aldermen and is not transferable to another organization. The site needs to be included in a zoned area that is either commercial or industrial and at least 100 feet away from any temporary or permanent buildings. The proposed location in the parking lot of TA complies with that. They also have to post in their entrance a sign of dates and times of when fireworks can be fired within the city limits of Oak Grove, and also some other things about types of fireworks that aren't permitted, like bottle rockets, sky lanterns, and other items. They have been informed of those requirements and have stated they will put those signage up. They will also be inspected prior to operating, both by the city's building official as well as Sny Valley. One thing in their application, they requested to operate from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. However, our ordinance only allows the sale to begin at 10 a.m. So they've been informed of that, but their application that they submitted had 8 a.m. So they'll only be allowed by our code to sell fireworks between 10 a.m. and midnight. And they are requesting the special event permit to sell the fireworks at that location from June 22nd through July 5th, which is allowable by our code. Our code allows from June 20th to July 5th. So with that,
June 20th is the first day you can shoot off the fireworks?
it's sell the fireworks.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're asking to sell from June 22nd, so they're a couple days past the allowable timeframe.
Thank you.
You're only allowed to shoot off fireworks between 10 a.m. and midnight on July 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
Thank you, Matt. Does the board have any questions for Matt?
Yes, you said the applications had to be put in before May. Does that mean this is going to be the only fireworks stand in?
Correct, yeah,
Oak
we've
Grove?
not received any other application for a fireworks stand inside of Oak Grove, so yeah, at this point, this would be the only permitted fireworks stand. There have been others in the last couple of years that have been near Oak Grove, but not incorporated city limits. So they may still be in operation, but they wouldn't have to come to the city for permission. So the North Pole Acres, if you're familiar with that.
That's the one I was thinking of, so that's not,
It's Jackson County.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's in unincorporated Jackson County, so not permitted by us.
absolutely.
Yeah, and I would like to add that we have confirmed with Ryan Vickers with the Booster Club that they will be operating the tent as well.
Cool.
Nice. Thank you.
Is this the company they've used before?
I do not believe they've used this company before. I don't know if they have or haven't, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
I make a motion, we approve the special event permit from All Star Fireworks LLC.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the special event permit application for All Star Fireworks LLC. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. The next item on the agenda is discussion, consideration, and possible action of rescheduling the first meeting in June to Tuesday, June 2nd. This item would be mine, so due to conflict, we are putting this on the agenda to reschedule the June 1st meeting to June 2nd, which then in turn would move the planning and zoning to Wednesday.
make a motion, we approve the meeting date change.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to approve the June meeting to be on June 2nd. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. That would also be the same night on the June 2nd as the Panther Awards ceremony night. That's when we'll do that. The next item is information reports. Matt, do you have one?
No, I just would like to add that Justin had to step out. A vehicle hit another building in town, so he had to go
Again?
inspect that. Yeah, so that's why
Which
he
building?
he stepped it. Normally he would stay for the meeting, but up at Red Maple Villas Phase 2.
Well, Hannah's just getting hot news right here at the very moment.
Start typing. What are you doing? Start typing. Yeah.
Yeah, and I also like to just, I'm CE might give a report on the dumpster day that we had on Saturday. I just want to give kudos to all the staff that showed up for that on Saturday. It was a long day. We had 264 cars last year, and this year we had 303 cars go through the event. So a lot of work from animal control, codes enforcement, the building official, as well as all of the public works staff. Thank you.
Thank you. Chris or Jackson, report? Thank you. Sergeant Leitner, do you have a report from the police department?
I have a blank piece of paper.
Okay, all right. CE?
A couple things. Frick Tower, the top of it is done. We're finished.
Looks great.
They're out of town. It looks good. They did a really good job. They're only here a couple of days, past a week, mainly because of some rain. If the rain hadn't hit us, I think they'd have been done in less than a week, so they did a really good job. We also, the dumpster day, really, really well. Guys did a good job. We had a couple hiccups early, but they got them fixed, and we got things moving, and it went along pretty well. We've already talked about having a little sit-down for next year, see if we can't tweak a few things to make it like we want to see it. But overall, it's been really good. I would give you a heads up that I don't know that my concrete guy for Advanced has been in town yet, but I know we've got things marked for him. I've reached out to them, so hopefully they'll be here tomorrow. And then I had the opportunity to be part of Did You Know?
Yes, you did.
So, but yeah, all good things. So yeah, just a good week, so.
At the coffee.
No, a video. He did a video on the roads and told everybody we were going to start up north.
Oh, nice.
Yes. He starred in the video.
I'll have to look that up.
It made an impact. He reported it tonight.
Good.
So, Tina, do you have a report? Scott?
Today, we went live with the aquatics for the pool passes and parties, and I think within 30 minutes, we had over 11,000 in sales, so $11,000.
What?
Crazy.
Yeah, so it still books very fast.
Power of a pool.
Is it
Fantastic.
full now, or there's still just a few available dates?
So I think about an hour and 15 I checked, and there was a few dates left, so.
That's insane.
Rachel, do you have a report?
I have a request of city staff. I would like to start doing some research on AI data centers and how we can be proactive about that instead of reactive, and just make sure we're prepared if that comes our way.
Yeah, that was my report too, so we must have been thinking the same thing. Yeah, we didn't have anything like that 20 years ago in our codes.
Back in the day, yeah.
Right, there wasn't a code, so.
No report.
Bart?
None.
Shane?
The question I have is the person coming out for Fifth Street. Did we have a plan for that yet, or are we still working on ideas for that?
Yep, so the city's on-call engineer is taking a look at that, and we'll be doing a traffic study as well as any traffic calming options for that. Probably a late July, early August completion for that.
I'm just curious what that comes back saying. The other thing is graduation's this weekend, so there's going to be plenty of graduation parties and things where people are going to be parking. Parking's going to seem crazy, so if you get reports of that, that's probably what that is.
Tracy?
No report.
Pam?
I do have one. I received a phone call late today asking about the flashing lights at the school and saying the timing was off on them. So I suspect if that's true, if one person's seen it, then lots of people have seen it. So I did immediately reach out to Matt, and he's going to have Public Works check on it to see if the timing is apparently, and it has been since the time change, is what I was told.
Oh, I see.
Makes sense.
You mean for the school zone?
Yes.
Okay, I was like, why do people care how quickly that stop sign flashes? You mean the school zone,
I
got
do,
it.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Very good. Anything else, Pam?
That's it.
All right. I'm in agreement with Rachel about just doing some research about data center. Just to be clear, press in the room, we have not been approached by anyone to bring a data center to Oak Grove. We just would like to be out ahead of that, just to talk about guidelines and have city staff bring back some information. Is that what you're,
Yeah, I
same
just want to
thing?
know what our options are.
Correct.
And we may decide that it makes more sense to address it in a case-by-case basis, but I just think we should have the conversation now rather than when someone approaches us.
If you've, watched the news, read the papers, the headlines, it's something that we might want to be out ahead of. And so, do you need any motion or anything for that, or just,
No, we can bring it back at a future meeting for presentation and discussion. From that point, the board could then direct staff to amend, go to the planning commission and start the process to amend the UDC or whatever the
Sure.
board wants to do. So like in the past, when, the board can initiate the action to begin a UDC change. So we just start with the presentation on AI and
And
what
what
some
other
other
places
cities
are
and
doing.
communities have done related to code. And then you guys can think it over or direct staff from there.
right, very good. I
And if
like
anything,
that.
we'll have the information for if it ever does come, we can compare what we know then to what ended up happening to those places. So then at that point, we'll at least have a knowledge basis.
Exactly, very good. And yes, very well done, staff, with the cleanup day. I mean, you had 15 dumpsters, right? Last year you did 14, did you do 15 this year?
Yeah, we actually did a little bit less. We
Oh.
tried to be a little bit better about, optimizing the space in those dumpsters and pushing it down and compressing it. So while we had, 20% more cars, we ended up actually having 3 fewer dumpsters in total.
Nice. Very good. It's just a lot of work for city staff putting it together, and very well done, so we appreciate it. I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
If I could add one real quick thing, I'm back on the data centers. I don't know if we have a lot of choice, because I suspect they probably would go to the county outside of Oak Grove where we have no authority. But is there any way we can work with the county, or at least reach out to them if they try to build like just outside our city limits or something like that? I don't know if we have people we can contact with the county to try to work with. Because again, I doubt they'd be inside city limits. They might, but they would probably
Right.
try to in around us or something, so.
He's just taking notes, bringing stuff back, but thank you. Anything else? All right, I'm looking for a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion and a second to adjourn. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
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 Opposed? We are adjourned.